So, hey, everybody, I'm Valerie R. Brooks, and I am the owner of Valerie R. Brooks Real Estate and Business Academy. And I'm thrilled to share with you tonight. Um, I want to start with something that's at the core of who I am. And who I am is a business owner, and I am a real estate broker, business owner, business coach, and real estate coach. That's quite a list of who I am, right? But I want to share the core of who I am. And the core of who I am is an introvert, which is something that's sort of not expected in my career path. In my career path of real estate, you're more expected to be an introvert and really, really bubbly and high energy person. And believe it or not, I'm not that. And I found it very hard for me in the beginning of the real estate industry or in business alone, being self-employed. I've been self-employed with a very successful business for 26 years. Never stopped to get a corporate job, which is nothing wrong with a corporate job. I just never stopped to get another one because I was truly in my passion. But I am an introvert. And I was trying to fit into a mold that didn't quite work for me because I'm not an extrovert, but I'm a hard worker. I'm very smart and I love what I do. So I had to find my path. I had to find what works for me because most people in real estate and business do not think that um, you can be an introvert and be successful, and it's not as popular being an introvert, which is not true. You just have to find your own way. And how did I find my own way? I learned about my behavior and my more so my behavior than my personality. I learned more about how I react to people and how people react to me. I had to learn about how people are so that you can learn how to work with people, because real estate and business, it's more than just numbers. It's a people's industry and people, and it's very peoply, so you have to learn how to work with people. So I decided that I needed to really know who I was and how I could work in the industry. I knew who my personal self was, but I did not know. So I decided to learn my behavior. And I took several behavioral assessments, but I still couldn't understand it until someone who was a professional taught me how I could understand it and put my behavior in position to be able to work for me. And let me tell you something, when that worked, I took off. When I found out. And so there are three ways that I found to build my business to sell over $1 billion in sales in real estate. And the first one was I master my behavior. And my favorite assessment is called the DISC assessment. And I teach that on a day to day basis, and it makes a difference in your world. The second tip that I really learned about myself, or what I needed to do, was learn how to set goals properly. Most people do not know how to set goals. You have to go beyond the sticky notes that you just stick up on your windows or your mirrors. Those are reminders. But as soon as those reminders go away, the thought of it most times go away. You have to be very specific about your goals, and your goals have to have a date on it, and it has to have so much involved in how you work your goals out. And I teach that as well. That goals course that I teach is over 2 hours. It can really be a week long, but I condense it, and it's great and it's a wonderful thing. But the most thing that I would like to share with you all is from the DISC behavior assessment to the goal mastery, it all leads you into how to base your business on referrals. And I will tell you this, I've never, ever worked a lead generation system. I built my business solely on referrals, and I teach that as well on a day to day basis because referrals are the meat of your business. Now, we have social media now. Social media is strong. It is very strong. But think if that's an addition, because what I'm telling you today, that real estate and business is beyond the numbers. Numbers are very important. But I am saying this takes you beyond the numbers. And this is another huge, huge concept to add to your business and how to build a real estate empire or your business empire. Business, running a business is universal. Okay, business is business, and most realtors, you don't even realize you run a business. Anybody that is self-employed, you're running a business. So this teaching business is universal, but referrals, and being a household name. Just think about Starbucks. There's a Starbucks on every corner, and when everybody thinks of coffee, they think of Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts, but Starbucks mostly comes up first. And that was my goal. I wanted to be on every corner of my market. And I can teach you that. It's called mind share. So we have the disc assessment, which is very, very, very thorough. You will learn how you work, how to work with your sellers, how to assess your sellers' personality. You will learn your buyers, your clients, everything. It is a wonderful, wonderful tool. But you need a professional such as myself to teach you how to work each section of the profile, of your profile. Your profile is very, very, very important. Now, again, the goals, you have to be very specific about your goals. I see some questions. Hey, Valerie, what is the DISC assessment? The DISC assessment is a behavioral test. It teaches you about how you behave. And believe it or not, most people do not know how they behave. You don't know how you behave in stressful situations, in situations that will call for a logical thought, a logical mind that's non emotional. The DISC assessment also teaches you your emotional intelligence if you have the right instructor. Because I had a student once just last week to tell me, I've taken this DISC assessment before, but it's never been explained on the level that you explained it with and how to work with people. Again, I am an introvert. I'm an introvert. Most people wouldn't know it, guys, but I'm pretty shy. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone doing this even. And I'm enjoying it because I want to make an impact and I want to make a difference in your life. But that, in a nutshell, describes what the DISC assessment is. And of course, you'll learn much, much more in my course, Beyond the Numbers of Real Estate. And I have another question. How can the DISC assessment help me increase my sales? Now, that's a great question. What you have to realize is people, they don't work with, of course, they're working with numbers in the real estate industry, but they work with warmth and trust and authenticity. So once you learn who you are, and you become a very trustworthy person, it helps you to deepen your client relationship with your buyers and sellers. You become that person. You take over their minds. You take their mind share because they want to share the goodness of you. And the only way you can deliver the goodness if you learn who they are after you've learned who you are. And you have to learn how to make this personality work, this behavior work with your sellers. And that you want deep relationships. You just don't want, hey, everybody, I'll see you today. We're going to have this transaction today and it's over today. You want them to continue to speak highly of you, and they become your Starbucks on every corner. They become your cheerleader in your business. I hope that makes sense to you. um, how do you excel as an introvert? Belinda, that's a good question. I excel. This is the way I teach, and I have courses for introverts as well. And if you're interested in any of my courses, the Build Beyond Numbers course starts in September, which is not too far away. Put your email in the chat box for me, and we can send you the information on it. And of course, I'm ValerieRBrooks.com, BALARIE, ValerieRBrooks.com. But put your information in the chat box and we'll be able to assist you. Hey, Cherie, I see you in there. But how do I excel as a real estate, as an introvert in my business? I know who I am. Okay. I know, and I am my authentic self. Now, what most introverts don't realize is by you being an introvert, what do people talk about most? Can anybody tell me in the chat what is the favorite subject of most people? Does anybody know? Okay. The favorite subject for most people, or there you go, butterfly, themselves. Okay. By you being an introvert, you know you're an introvert. So, what's the first thing you have in your pocket? Active listening. And who does not want active listening? Most people desire active listening. So as an introvert, now this course is not just for introverts. Don't get it twisted. I am explaining to you how I made it as an introvert. I teach all personality types and behavioral types so that you will learn. It's just that in the real estate industry, most people think you have to have that extroverted personality. But that's not true. I've had people to walk away from the industry thinking that they were too laid back or too quiet or shy to excel in business, having your own business or having your own real estate business. Um, Question from Instagram. I don't know how to see that question. Hey, can you put it in the chat for me? Because I'm scared to touch this Instagram button here. Y'all, let me see. Oh, here it is, I think. We are, oh, you're going to share it. In mastering your behavior, where do I start? You start by knowing yourself. And that is why I've introduced transformation into all my courses. Build Beyond Numbers, all of them. Goal Mastery, the DISC assessment. Authenticity is the key. Now, everybody thinks that they can. I didn't chat GPT anything I'm saying today because I wanted to be authentic. Now, artificial intelligence is making huge waves, and everybody knows that. It's quick and it's prompt, and not always prompt, but it's quick for you. And see, mastery is not microwavable. Mastery takes time. You got to cook mastery. It takes a minute, and you got to build a really, really strong foundation. But mastering your behavior, you can't get that from artificial intelligence. You have to use your authentic intelligence. It both starts with an A, but your authenticity in any business is what's going to get you to the top. Now, you may think, well, I'm not in the business of sales, but you're in the business of having employees, or you're in the business of having staff members, so or contractors that work for you. So whatever business you're in, you have to be authentically you, because you need to attract people that you can work with. And you should be able to work with everybody because you're going to know who you are. And then you have a behavior assessment. You assess the others, if that makes sense. So behavior mastery is authentically you being yourself, but it's not easy finding out who you are without help. And those that think you don't need help are the main ones that are saying, Valerie, I need more time with you, but I don't need a course. Well, I made a video about this today. You get what you don't pay for. You get what you don't pay for. I've done so much investing in myself, in my business, to make the kind of strides that I've made in my business. And I came along when it was a white dominated, male dominated industry. And had I not known who I was and what I was capable of, I don't know where I would be today. So I hope that answered your question. In mastering your behavior, where do I start? Hey, Valerie, is this the secret to selling millions in real estate? Exactly. I sold over 1 billion in real estate, and I've sold it. And believe it or not, I did not have a lead generation system. And I curated my courses, all of my courses, I curated. Everybody cannot market the same. I cannot market the same way Becky can. That's just the way it is. It's not going to happen. So I had to learn how to market from my strengths that I know I'm good at. If you know what people, when people excel, they are in a business that they enjoy, or they're working in a vibe that they enjoy. So if you're going to work with yourself, you better enjoy yourself. And when people see the authentic, authentic you, they fall in love with it. And all of my peers and folks that I've worked with, they know I've never used a lead generation system. I had to learn a lead generation system to teach it to those that like the lead generation systems. Now, I'm not saying that they don't work. I'm saying this is a big piece of the pie, and you really should take my course. I think it's a wonderful course for you to take. And if you're interested, shoot me an email or shoot me a text saying I'm the marketing queen. I love marketing. I absolutely love marketing because, and I love marketing about who I am. That's another thing. I display on this screen who I am. I couldn't even pronounce authentic a minute ago. Who cares? You got it. You got what I'm saying. Okay? So this is what I wanted to share for you today. This is so non-traditional. I really like this. Exactly. That's right. This is a non-traditional course. It's not cookie cutter. It's 7 o'clock at night. I'm tired, okay? This is not a cutter course. This is for you to find out who you are. How can you sell in a cookie cutter way when you're not built like everybody else? You're not built like everybody else. You have to carry that very person into your career. Again, numbers are important. Trust me, I look at my numbers almost every day, and they are important. But I look at how I got there. And I want to introduce you all to the Build Beyond the Numbers course. It starts on September 12th. It's going to be a recorded version of itself. It's going to be recorded. And if you can't make the course, it's going to be a running course. Shoot me your email and I can give you much more information on this. Um, how can I sign up? Okay, we have the link right in there. My team just put the link in the chat, and that's how you can sign up. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, what is that finger down? Huh? What? That's how you can sign up. Join yeah, there it is. Now, I'm pretty excited. This is my first live, but it won't be the last. I'm sure next time I'll be so cool and smooth on here. But you know what? I'll still be me. Now, I look forward to seeing you guys pretty soon, and I hope that you find yourself, invest in yourself, and looking to build beyond the numbers. I have many more courses, but this is a new one that I just curated, and it's absolutely off the chain. Our first cohort is full, and our second one, we had to open a third one, which starts in September. Okay. So I was told not to do a long live, so I'm going to shut this one off. If you have any more questions, shoot me your email in chat or ValerieRBrooks.com. And there's a link in the chat that you can go to and you can reach me. I'm glad you joined me. I'll be prepared. I think my next live is next. I think it's going to be every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So I'm getting more and more used to this, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I shall see you all next time.